Hi. I just figured out that Germans did not receive so much respect because the nature decides who receives respect. And if the Freemasons always knock down the trees without respect, and they are not asking beforehand, and they are not talking to God, they are not talking to nature, then of course the Germans get knocked down also. And so the Germans did show respect, for example, to cats. If you look at other countries, the nationalities do not respect their cats. You know, they do not give cats shelter, respect, or whatever, or food. Saying that, I think that the cats should not, and dogs also, should not receive typical dogs or cats food because it's poisonous. But dogs and cats would not eat our processed food. They say, this is shit, we don't even touch it. But we humans are eating this and messing up our health. As you can see with me, I love crisps and gum bears and shit like that. So it has messed up my life, and I used to smoke so much cigarettes. You can see my lung here. Wow. I hope I don't have COPD, and I'm recovering. I don't think I have COPD, but my lung is surely damaged. I might die of lung disease one day. Maybe soon, maybe later. I don't know. So, yes, that is my responsibility. I was not very self-caring at all. I was addicted and self-hating. And yeah, so we should respect the cats. We should communicate. We should say the same as with humans. We should say hello with a distant respect first. Don't snuggle or hug a cat, you know. Just introduce yourself. Say your name. And the cat will also say her name or his name if you have the silence in your ears to listen to the voice of a cat. Because a cat has a normal voice also. Imagine if you would have nothing to do with language. If your language got muted, then you still have a voice, and it's not your body. It is your energy body that is making the movements, the hand signs. You don't need a hand for communication. Of course, it's beautiful to have a hand, but I'm saying that your energy body is actually very strong and powerful once you have grounded yourself in nature. Everybody becomes weak in a hotel room or in an apartment. Everybody, even cats and dogs. You have to go outside, sniff at flowers, this and that. Alive and kicking flowers, not the flowers that get picked and sold. And so the cat has a costume, has a body. It's a cat body, which is absolutely interesting and astounding. And it has like not a reptilian, but like a animalistic body and approach. But beyond that, you would say it's a double life or whatever. It feels like a double life. The animalistic, brain, survival and stuff like that. But the communicative body is the energy body. And the energy body is something that you should listen to in a cat. It's like as if you're talking to an alien. The alien also gives you information. It's just the energy body of an alien, of a highly advanced cat, for example, or a highly advanced Egyptian. The Egyptians have become aliens, I heard. So the Egyptians also are capable of talking with the energy body. The aliens communicate with mind control, with not mind control. The aliens do not control your mind. They're communicating with your mind and with your energy body. So in the northern German fields, there is some nature fields where the aliens actually land, I think, and it's like a double life, and you can communicate with the aliens very well there. I did that, and they were bringing me to places where I can become impeccable. For example, the last time I spoke to aliens, I was with a Muslim guy. He was selling and growing cannabis in Amsterdam. He had a high standing. He had a husky, beautiful husky, oh my God. Very nice guy, martial artist, you know, he looks like, not Freddie Mercury, but he can become your biggest nightmare also, you know. He looks like, what's the name? The martial artist. Small, slim, you know. It's much smaller than me, like that. I hate it. I hate small guys, you know. But he wanted to have sex. These type of guys, these martial artists, always want to have me. I don't know why. It's because I love martial art. And not many people have respect for that. Not many people even understand what it's all about, you know. I mean, it's just crazy. Because so many books have been around about martial art, what it's all about, stuff like that. Tai Chi, this and that, you know. And some people are simply not interested. It's crazy. So this guy was selling cannabis in Amsterdam to coffee shops. And I was his girlfriend. And he said, well, I have this apartment, you can stay here, I give you money, we go shopping, you can have everything. He was from Persia, we travel to Persia and I introduce you to my parents. This actually scared me to death. And he said, we Persians, we actually love the Nazis. I said, thank you very much, guy. I'm not a Nazi, or am I? Yes, I am. Probably, maybe. So, he did not let me be free. For example, I was wearing a t-shirt with this rock and roll tongue. You know, this, what's it called? Rock and roll from H&M, you know, this print from where you have the tongue out. It's like a horny sign, isn't it? And of course, you know, living in Amsterdam is not exactly something not to be sexually celebrated, you know. I mean, many, 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 many beautiful people around there. And a lot of sexual energy going on. And of course, he wanted me to be monogamous. He wanted to have a child with me. I was not brave enough. This is something, yes, a cannabis dealer is cool. Someone who grows cannabis and who gives me cannabis all the time is interesting for me. But Muslims are cruel. They do not care about Europeans. They want to destroy them. I think most Muslims, like I said, are narcissists. But they are very clever at hiding it. Tricksters. They're tricksters. I want nothing to do with Muslims. Of course not. I'm European. I have white skin. I have blue eyes, blue-green eyes. I don't like Muslims. I only loved him because he was a martial artist. I love martial arts. And he had money. He was careless. And his husky was beautiful. But let me tell you, his husky was super horny. He was a guy, you know. He was constantly licking my feet. Oh, I love your feet, I love your feet. And he was absolutely, what a beautiful face he had. You know, he had like this Egyptian cat eyes, you know. And we were sitting in cafes, and all of these stunning, beautiful, doll women, I mean, like, crazily beautiful. I've never seen these women because, of course, they do not come to me to stroke me or anything or to talk to me, you know. But they come to the husky and they were touching the husky. Oh my God, my beauty. Oh, can I touch the husky and stuff like that? And my boyfriend was like, yeah, of course you can, you know. And he was looking at me. He was like, look at you, Mikey, you're so raging. And at the same time, you're just like, so, your face is so funny, you know. Because I'm not a beautiful woman, as you can see. I'm tall. I'm absolutely not a doll, you know. I'm absolutely the opposite. I have huge feet. I could be a man. I think in my last lifetime, I was a man. So I'm actually morphing into a woman, but I'm still this guy, you know what I mean? So I could not really attach or adapt to my feminine side yet, because I'm still this dude, you know? My next lifetime, I want to, and life is testing me. Do you want to be a guy the next lifetime, or do you want to be a woman? If you want to be a woman, you better shrink, honey. You shrink, you shrink. You are too tall now. So for shrinking, for example, it would be good to do shuffle dance for me. Shuffle dancing is like stomping your feet in the ground and you're kind of like shrinking yourself, you know? Because stomping means you're kind of like, you want to go to the ground. So shuffle dance would be very good for me. It looks hilarious because I'm tall, you know? Look at all the girls dancing, they all want, maybe they all want to become tall, or why are they stomping their feet, you know? So this husky was constantly licking my feet, and I'm so ticklish. I was lying in bed with my boyfriend, and he was like, I think the husky was pissing himself laughing, you know, looking at me, you know. And he said, oh, you're the next girlfriend, you're the next girlfriend, and probably the 500th girlfriend I have lying in his bed so far. And you act as if you're the boss here, you know, the husky was saying to me. And he was so communicative. But I felt very sorry because the husky, of course, is sweating in the summer. And he wants to jump around and run around. And my boyfriend always kept him on a leash, very, very close to him. So whenever I go to Amsterdam now, I will try to find my ex-boyfriend. He's probably married and has some kids now. It's been like 10 years ago. And maybe the husky is not alive anymore. I'm such a gothic, am I? I love death. Death, death, death. I hate it. Why the fuck, you know? But I'm scared of life. I'm really scared of life.